Hi everyone! So it's a really early weekday morning and we've been blessed and fortunate to have a new calf. So we are going to show you what you need to do when you first have a new calf in order to help with its health and safety. Come on in! So we're going to give the baby an injection. We're dipping the baby's belly button with iodine. So this is our calving kit, and what we do is we keep all of the stuff that we need for deliveries and for newborn calves together in one spot. We have a very hard briefcase so that if it's being banged around in the barn, it's going to stay intact. My husband can grab it quickly in the middle of the night if he needs to. I'm going to go over just briefly what we did with that calf. The first thing we do is usually give them two things. One being a dip of iodine. So we have to clean the belly button or the umbilical cord that's hanging. It's really important that that doesn't get infection and that we dry that and clean it completely. So we use an iodine spray. This is our method. Everybody's got a different method. Simply found a little ice cream cup, pour some in. My husband has a good rapport with the cows and he can usually walk up and dip the baby's belly button in that. So that was a little heifer calf that you just saw. The other thing we do is we give them selenium because our soil and our grasses here are not rich in selenium. This is what the bottle of selenium looks like. The dose is 1 ml per 45 kilograms. So most of your calves are going to be around 45 kilograms. They usually get about 1 cc. We tend to use a 3 cc syringe. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. Basically, you want a small gauge needle. So what we're using is a little gray tipped needle. That would probably be about maybe a 22 gauge. As you can see, it's not a terribly long needle because the calf's skin is very thin. I'm going to show you the proper way you cap and recap a needle without pricking yourself. There's different techniques. One is that you can put the cap on the counter and then simply put your needle back in that way and clip it. That's probably the safest way of not pricking yourself. The other way you can do it is to hold your needle between these two fingers. These three fingers sit in a perfect straight line. You're going to rest them against the palm of your other hand and then recap. You always hang on to the sides to recap, you never push from the top. By doing that, you're stabilizing this hand, so even if you got bumped or jostled, there's no chance you're going to put the needle through your hand. So, to draw up the solution, you can actually use an even larger gauge needle. You could use an 18 gauge needle or 16 gauge needle. Anything that's big is going to draw it up fast, but we don't like having to purchase a lot of new needles, so we tend to use the same one to draw up. You take an alcohol swab. Clean the top, invert your bottle, and again, same technique. I put these fingers against this hand, so I'm not going to jab myself. Put your needle right through the center, and then withdraw what you need. All right? So, the other things that we have in our calving kit, we may go over in more detail in other videos, but we have extra syringes. These are the actual needle tips that we're using. and they are a 22 gauge. We have markers for livestock. Use those a little more with the sheep, I have to admit, than we do with cows. We have pullers. We have extra long gloves, as you can see, in case there's problems with positioning of the calf. And we have some lubricating jelly for those. I keep my selenium in a Ziploc bag, just in case it ever broke or leaked. And then we have a needle disposal to get rid of our syringe at the end. So that's just some tips that we use. I hope you found that helpful. We'll probably go over other things in detail. Hopefully we don't ever have to go over a complicated delivery. But that's what we do for just a straightforward new delivery. Thank you.